Hello everybody, this is Sonya. Just fixing that camera. Now I'm back here now. Actually, I just took my jacket off because it was getting really hot. I wanted to show you what I've been doing. I've been playing around and I've been making these, and I am absolutely loving this. This is absolutely wrapped. I am. Please excuse my fingernails. I tried to put nails on my finger and it did not work, and they're crappy, and I'm sorry for that, people. I'm terribly sorry. They are really bad. I cannot seem to be. 3 times I've tried to put them on and all I've done is wrecked my fingernails, so I'm going to have to just let somebody with experience do it now. So anyway, Irene, I'm sorry I can't do it. I tried. It's not your fault. I mean, you told me you'd do me a video, show me how, but I couldn't wait. I'm a bit, you know, and so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. I mean, I've done it so many times and mucked it up so many times it doesn't matter. So, but I couldn't not come on today because I wanted to show you these things that I've been making, and they are, I think they're not, mine maybe not the rolled flower idea, because I don't know whether this is what it's called. It is a puffy flower, isn't it? It's puffy, really puffy, puffy, puffy. Also, I made the centres for that one, which I'm really proud of. I love that centre. And for this little one, I made the centre. I actually got glue on that and it peeled off my, so that wasn't a good bead at all. And I'm going to redo that. I'll see if I can salvage a couple of those little beads on the outside, because I did this with needle and cotton, because to my way of thinking it sits better. I don't know whether, you know, I get too frustrated if things, you know, you try to glue things and they, you know, go all everywhere, and I get glue for miles. But anyway, this idea I think worked really well. I've done it onto a piece of material to start with, and it's not hard because then you just thread that. But anyway, I couldn't do a tutorial on that, but I wanted to show you today how I made these. Other people have done them, but I just, you know, I wanted to do a tutorial on how I did mine. I got the idea for these set of things from these, I found these old earrings that my mum had. Now, I don't know how old they are and who did it, but they got, they've put on a fishing line, I think, or some sort of, or cotton. That's how this one was made. So I sort of sorry, I sort of come up with the idea to do that with the, I know other people have done them with fishing line. I did this, not fishing line. Well, you can use fishing line, but this is done with wire, a really, really thin little wire. I think I might have showed you how to do this before. I don't remember, but I've definitely not done that sort of idea there. This stuff is called copper bead wire, and it's a very thin gauge. It's 32. So the lowest, well, whatever will fit through the whole of your bead, so you need something that is reasonably sturdy, very flexible, and really pretty good. You just can't, I suppose after a while of mucking around with it, it might break, but you get a whole heap on a reel. I mean, there's 95 metres there, it'll last me forever, you know, for $5, so that's alright, isn't it? Yeah, so there you go. But see, these ones here, and they were made, actually, it is actually on the bead, on the earring piece, you know. Somebody, or she might, or somebody might have bought that bit there. It has little holes in them, and you put them onto that. But see, that's a good way too of doing them, and I know that I've got some of those somewhere, but at the moment, and I haven't seen them for years, but you buy this little silver disc and they've got holes all in them, and all in it to make your brooches and things like that, and that's what's under the back of this, I can see. So that's how these earrings have been made anyway. Anyhow, so I sort of got the idea from that in a way, if you know what I mean. So, and I really, really love this. This is one that I got in a, I don't know whether I got that, somebody gave me, or I bought that. I know I bought a few. This one here actually was gold with, it has a centre in it but nothing around the outside, so I put a bit of this string bead around the outside of that, so that worked really well. That looked alright. I thought that, well, see, I did this with lace because I didn't know how they'd turn out, but I was really pleased with that one. I suppose I could have set that on top, but I just wanted to make that little fat one. And now, probably people are going to say, now what are you going to do with that? But that would look really good on a cushion, wouldn't it? Or I thought, I said Doreen the other day, a belly band. If you had your book, which I still haven't made in mine, so I could turn it over the other way and show you though, because it's got too much stuff on the front for it to. But if you had a belly band around that, you know, and you fastened something under there, and you could close it with your beautiful big flower, you know, or your little flower, but I like this one. This is my very favourite. It's the first one I did, and I just absolutely love that. So I'm going to do a little quick tutorial for you on how I did that, in case you haven't seen anybody else's at this stage. Now, I don't know whether I used 16 centimetre circle, which is that I made by excuse me, 8. I'd say that would be 8 centimetres. Where's my ruler? Here we go. Oh, I should have told you in inches too, shouldn't I? So you need to have a what's the name? A radius of 8. Now I think that's the radius there, because your circumference of your circle goes like that way. So this is 8. If I'm saying the wrong words, please somebody tell me. It's been a while since I did all this designing thing. So that's the circumference there. So your radius will be 8 centimetres, and then you get a 16 centimetre circle. So I cut out that, and for the next size down, I think I went down to, I don't know whether I went down 2 or 4. I think I might have went down to a 12, so I don't understand why I've got that one so big. Anyway, we'll do this and see what it looks like when I've cut this one out. And I used this fairly thick taffeta. Now, it's readily available. I mean, it's like it's a sewing thing that people use in making linings or things for clothes, in wedding dresses and things like that. You probably find that. So, you know, if you've got something like that that you're cutting up, or you just go and buy a piece, because I don't think it's that dear, really. Now, I think when I did it, I was a bit slack. I just drew it straight onto the fabric. You can do that if you want to. I'm going to use the circle this time, be a bit more careful. I don't want it to be all wonky, because you don't want it to turn out all wonky, you know, and you're feeling it. I went a little tiny bit over, because I'm going to come in about that far with my needle and thread. Okay, now lots have been going on here, you know, since I was talking to you last. Went up the street on Friday. It's all closed. All the shops, town's closed. Our local place that sells electrical bits to the, you know, the electricians and people, burnt to the ground that morning, and they had to shut off the street, because otherwise we would have all sucked in a bit of what do you call it, asbestos. They said there was a lot of asbestos out there. So in needle and thread. So this didn't make for me to be happy, because I mean, imagine the people that own that weren't happy either. So we're going to come in around the line that would be level with where that circle would have come to. So it's up to you whether you actually draw around there or not, whether you want to make yourself or you just go around here in a running stitch and gather this up. Yeah. So anyway, we only got to go to Woolworths, where the food is, and Target. I went to Target because I had to buy a couple of things from there, which I didn't get, so wasn't very happy with that. So I'm going to have to go back up again another day. My husband, actually, there was a lot of, because I was busy looking at the pictures that my daughter was showing me of the burning thing on Facebook. I forgot to take the note with me, the shopping note. So I had to come home with Ellie. Ellie had already had a previous engagement and had to be going somewhere else, so my father had to go back up to the shops by himself and do the shopping. He wasn't too bad about it, though. He was quite happy. He wasn't very impressed, though, when we got there and I had no note. Ah, dear. But anyway, we'd like to just do it once a week, but it sort of, he couldn't remember everything we needed, and I sort of didn't know neither, so we had to come home, but never mind, it's all right. Now, we need some, I should have told you this, we need some of this wadding. Wadding is some sort of stuffing or other. Now, this is really, when I say this, I'm not bragging, it's really good quality, because my mum used to have, I got a heap of it under my bed that she actually used to stuff the dolls. Now, because she made cloth dolls, the reason that this wasn't, I didn't really like this much though, because it's good and it packs down really well, and I sort of wanted it to be a bit more, you know. So what you buy for just ordinary stuff is just good, you know. I mean, at least I think this is the wool one. I think, yeah. Oh, hang on, there's another big heap of it here. I bought some out to use, but it just packs too good. You know, she used to have it so it was really packed tight. Now, I'm going to just put this mostly around, make sure we get it right in around our outside bits. Like that. Pull it up a bit further. Don't think he's still as big as this one. Oh, yeah, he could be if I don't pull him in too far. But that doesn't matter, because different sizes are always good. So we want it to go right round in the edge like that. I hope there's none of me in this shot, you know, because I've my old rubbish singlet on here. I have my jacket on, but I have a little heater, and I turned it on for a while and I got too hot. So I had to switch it off and take my jacket off, so that's not... But anyhow, now, let me see. Excuse me. Okay. Now, come on, you can do this. If you pulled it right in, because I think people make rolled ones, and I think this could be that, but I don't know if it is. I don't know if it's considered a rolled one. Maybe I should go and watch a couple of videos. I'm terrible. I can watch some, but I just don't get enough time. I don't know where the day goes. I really don't know where the day goes to. Did a bit of cleaning out the back and sorting up with my husband yesterday, and you know, but then it keeps getting cold, and it's been snowing around the place. Not snowing here, thank goodness. Maybe we're getting all the wind off it. We're getting all the wind off the snow. There we go. I think that looks pretty cool. Now I have, do I have one here that I've partly made? Because I wanted to get an idea of, yeah. So if you put, now I'm going to put a smaller one on than what I said. So I'll do a 14 centimetre, that's 16, 14. I was going to do a 12, maybe a 10 might be okay, yeah. I'll do a 10 centimetre one now to put on top of that. I mean, it's up to you, whatever you want to do, but I sort of had a different sizes. I just made the circle so I could just sit down and cut out some different sizes, because I want to do a lot more of the lace ones as well, because I think the lace is beautiful and all different colours in the, like you can do white creams and everything. Now I've got to go away from the edge a bit, don't I, because I wanted to gather that up. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, now I bought a couple of things. When I gave up shopping, I started shopping really worse than what I'd ever done, I'm sure. You know, I think, oh dear, I've got to have that. But you know what, sometimes you can't help it if the opportunity approaches you. You can't sort of help it. I have got a really good lot of stuff that I could sit here and craft forever. But I think I might be like somebody. There was somebody on here that said, I know it was Becky. Becky said that she's got enough stuff she should just go and shop her craft room, because that's what she said she was going to do. But you know what, from what I can remember, even when I was only doing embroidery and sewing and things, I would always, even if I had the things that I needed, go and buy more. I don't know why. I'd be thinking I better not use it in case I run out. And my mum was the same. She used to say to me, oh, you might not be able to get these things one day. And you think, oh, well, you never know. She could be right. You might not be able to get these things one day. I don't know when that day's going to come. And I don't know what I'm going to be doing, that I'm going to have all these things and nobody else will or something. I don't know. It's so silly, isn't it? I guess I'm a hoarder. I mean, I love all these beautiful things. I just like everybody else out there that does this, loves all their beautiful goodies. You know, you think, oh, I don't want to use my best piece of paper, I don't want to use my best piece of material. But you know what, I've started to change on that because I've been really lucky enough to be gifted a really lot of nice things by people, and therefore I can afford now to use my best bits, if you know what I mean. You feel like you've got enough now to share, you know. But I don't know if I told you when I first started out, all I had was, I went in the scrapbooking part, and the paper things was some little pictures I'd cut out of cards, off of Christmas cards. I used to cut that was just me not knowing how to go about getting the rest of the stuff. And as soon as I figured that out, that was I was off then. I really got stuck into it then. So everybody's got to start somewhere, I suppose. You've got to start somewhere, and it takes a while to get, because every time you look at somebody else's haul video, which I absolutely don't like watching because it gives me an idea, better go and buy that, or I want it so bad. I think I'll have to have it. Yeah, but anyway, I'm sorry if I'm in a silly mood today. Didn't get much sleep. Didn't go to sleep after 5:30. Yep, my dear little daughter went out. Said she'd send me a text message to say I think she was camping at a friend's place, and never said. I never got that message. But I don't know why I couldn't go to sleep. She hasn't been out for quite some time because she wasn't well, and she wanted to hang with her friends. They come around here for a while, and then they all went off somewhere for, I don't know, whatever they do afterwards. And they go. But anyway, go out and have a bit of fun, have a bit of dance and whatever. And that's all good. It's better that she gets back into the world again, isn't it? She's feeling better. Okay, so, but then I must admit I slept after 11 o'clock, so I haven't had my lunch yet. It's 3, I think, getting close to it, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't make any difference. I just, you know, unless you got to go somewhere urgent, I guess the time's not I have friends that don't have clocks in their houses. I don't understand that. They don't have clocks in their houses. They just look at their phone, I suppose, but I have clocks. I have to have a look at the clock, see what time it is, because I don't use my mobile phone for that sort of thing at all. This wouldn't be, yeah, but anyway, it's gone are the days, I suppose, when people have to have a clock on the wall so they know what time it is. There we go. Now, I'm just going to fasten that off. I hope oh dear, I'm showing you what I'm doing. I did the other one though, so it's done basically the same way. And you stuffed him round, and I'm going to put that on there. But I want to, I don't know if I tied this one off a bit better than that or not. That's right, I needed to fasten it up a bit because it didn't, I didn't do that. So, thread that onto there now and fasten it off. And I think maybe when I was putting the centres in, maybe I should have pulled them down a bit to make them more flatter. I don't know, but I just like doing this. I love them because they set up like that. And, you know, I just thought that was absolutely amazing. And they look good on a box too. You know, there's places you can put a giant fat flower, isn't there? Of course there is. Ah dear, there we go. Look at that. Right, now I'm going to stick that there. And you know what? Run out of glue too, nearly, because I couldn't get into the shop to get the glue. They had to close all the street so people wouldn't be breathing in that stuff. Our main street is about, where our shops and that are, is only about 5 blocks long. You know, like the shopping area. Or maybe not even that. And they had to close that down. Okay, so I'm putting glue on that little circly bit. It's only going to stick to the fluffy bit in the centre. Probably I might have to stick a bit more, see where it goes. Then I'm going to press down on that so it sticks. Yeah, so they closed down that, and that was that's all our area for shops there is. Because Woolworths is at one end, and they didn't close yet. But the shops across the street from there were closed, which was really weird. But anyway, they had to do that. I guess they was worried about the smoke coming up under the street and people breathing it in. They didn't want to to smuffer everybody. And anyway, there we go. See, looks like that looks really cool, doesn't it? Don't you think that looks really cool? Okay, now I have to make the centre for it because I don't have anything particular here. Actually, I got another earring too. There. That's. Mum must have made that one as well, I'd say. Oh, so they're on a fancy doohickey thing, aren't they? Look at that, that one does. I don't think I'll do that. I might end up hurting myself. The poor old fingers are not happy now as it is. But that'll come off there. If I unclip that, if you can see down in there. And so they're all fastened onto that thing. I need to show you what that is because people are going to wonder what I'm talking about. So I'll waffle on enough as it is without confusing you people. Now this is... See, these would be really fantastic to make your centres on, wouldn't they? You know, I mean, there you go. That's it. See? And you got your beads and you can fasten them all in where you want them to go. And then, well, you don't necessarily want to have an earring out of it. You use it for your centre. There you are. I don't really like that one there, though. I'm not really keen on that. I'll be putting something on it with a bit more blingy when I come up with it. But this is what I'm after now. Okay, so I'm going to get myself some of those. And then I just stitch it on. Righto, that sounds really cool. Anyway, I'll go now because this is probably way long, and I'll come back in a minute. I'll do a part 2 and show you how to make the inside. Okay, that bit. Oh well, this bit here. Okay, so I hope you liked that, as I did. I thought that I love them. I'm just absolutely wrapped in this. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.